So in this video we're going to continue talking about inheritance in Java. So in previous video we were able to create our main class or parent class guitar, and we had some attributes and some functions, some behaviors, and then we created the actual base class, which then the base class inherited from the guitar main parent class. Now in this video we're going to go ahead and continue with our inheritance talk. We're going to create a classical guitar and an electric guitar. All of them will also inherit from the guitar parent class. Alright, let's get to it. Here we are, where we had the base.java class. Now let's go ahead and create our new class here. We're going to call it, let's see, new class. I'm going to call it classical. I'm going to finish. Now, as we've done before, we're going to extend. So extends guitar. I'm going to go ahead and create a constructor. So we're going to call it classical. Alright, and inside we're going to say system.out.println hello from classical constructor. Alright, very simple, but it does the job. Now that we have this class here, let's go ahead and talk about another very important part of inheritance, which is overriding functions. When we look at our classical guitar, we know that it inherits everything from our parent guitar. But one of the things that you notice here is that although this class here has the play method and has the sound method and is saying parent play, and it also says this other one say parent sound. Let's go and say ding 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 ding, something like that. And again here we can say playing a sweet sound. So just to differentiate. Now going back here, what we could do, we can look at it and say, well, our classical guitar may have a different sound than a, say, bass guitar. So in Java, you can actually create your own functions inside of the subclass that overrides the methods that are being inherited from the parent class. Meaning, since here in the guitar we have these two methods, play and sound, if we want to make sure that the classical guitar, whenever it calls the play sound, it actually plays the classical type of sound, we have to override that function. So in this case, what we would do, we could just say just public void sound and say system.out.println, and we can say classical sound is playing. With the play, so public void play, and we can say system.out.println, and we can say la 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 something. If we go to our test inheritance where we have our main, we go ahead and get rid of all of this, and now we're going to create a classical guitar object. So you go classical, okay, classical guitar is equal to new classical. So we created our classical guitar object here, reference. So we can now say classical guitar dot. If we go ahead and want to play something here and save, let's see what's going to happen. Let's run this example. You notice here it says la 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 la, because what's happening here, we're overriding our parent play here, which said t t t t t. As you can see here from our guitar parent class, it says t t t t. Well, in runtime, Java says, well, this classical class here inherits from guitar, so it gets everything from the guitar parent class. However, I want to be able to play my own way, my own function, my own method. So this is a very powerful thing in Java, because now not only are our classes that inherit from our parent class are just limited to everything that the parent class offers, we can also create our own methods that override the main parents. The same thing you will see with the sound. If we go back here and say classical guitar that sound, save and run again, you should say classical sound is playing. Oh, I got a typo there. It's playing. Let's run this again. La la la, classical sound is playing. And you notice they all have the same name. This has to have the same names in order to override a function. Because what is happening, you're just saying, okay, runtime, I'm not going to use my parents' function. I'm going to go and use my own functions because that's what I know. That's what I want to happen. Wonderful. So that's overriding. So we are calling here overridden functions or methods. So you can do the same thing to all of your classes that you create if you want to run your own functions or methods. Let's do the same thing now. Let's go ahead and create our final class, which will be then the electrical guitar. So let's go and create class, and we're going to call it electric. Going to save, and again we're doing the same thing. We're going to go extends guitar, and we're going to go public electric, our constructors, and we can go system.out.println. Okay, so say hello from electric. Now we go back here, our test method, we can go ahead and instantiate our electric guitar. Now we can say electric, so electric guitar is equal to new electric. If we go back to our electric, and if we want to override methods here, we can again say public void play. Let's create another one, public void sound. You can say system.out.println electric sound is great. And for this one, go system.out.println. We're gonna go and say grunge. If we go ahead and save, let's make sure we have everything set up here. Go ahead and save, and now we say electric guitar dot play, and you can see here once I go like dot and say play, you notice here instead of saying guitar it says electric because it knows I'm overriding it. Okay, so I said play and do the same thing, electric guitar that sound, save. If I run this, there we go. So classical sound is playing because we already done that. And then grunge or grungy or grungy, calling the right overridden methods. And of course you can go ahead and make sure, since we have the bass, let's go ahead and do bass too. So bass guitar is equal to new bass. Let's make sure we go back to bass and override those functions as well. So we say public, here we're going to say system.out.println, say boom. Now for this one here, system.out.println bass guitar is the best. Now if we save this and run, so we got that. Now let's go ahead and create bass guitar dot play. Again, it says bass here. That knows we are overriding. We're not calling the parent play. And then bass guitar dot sound. Same thing. Save and run. Voila! As you can see, it says boom boom, which is the play, and bass guitar is the best, which is the sound. Wonderful. You've learned a lot in this section. You've learned about classes, you've learned how to create objects, you've learned about instance variables, you've learned about functions or methods, you've learned about inheritance, which is an amazing tool that Java provides for us. And so now you are very well equipped to start exploring more about classes and inheritance and how it all works together. You have all the examples that you need to explore more and understand what object-oriented programming is. That's it. This is what object programming is. Of course, there's more topics in the object-oriented programming that you can go and explore more. But again, like anything, there's more things that you can learn. But now you have all the tools that you need to create object-oriented programs. Congratulations. I'll see you in the next video.